ash clouds from volcanic activity in Ethiopia are drifting towards China and will move away from India, hopefully, by 7:30 in the evening today. The Indian Meteorological Department, the IMD, has said that the ash plumes from the recent eruption of the Haile Gubi volcano in Ethiopia, the smoke or the ash that we see will move away by today evening. This has impacted flight operations in India. Forecast models have indicated that ash influence was existing over Gujarat, Delhi NCR, Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana on Tuesday. The IMD has given this information. And joining us for more on this is India Today's Amit Bharadwaj. Amit, that will be a sigh of relief for not just Delhiites, but also because of the impact on the flight operations?
Absolutely right. You know, the impact on the flight operation was quite high, and that was a big concern for the aviation industry, not only in India, but the international civil aviation industry. And that is why you had, after those alerts coming in, the DGCA, which is the Director General of Civil Aviation, issuing urgent operational advisory for all Indian aviation operators, you know. So it was a blanket guideline for anybody who is operating aviation from India to make sure that they adhere to the SOPs and the other guidelines when it comes to in context to volcanic activity and ash cloud situation. And crew and pilot the operators were asked to brief their crew and pilot about it. Number two, they had already been briefed as to how, if you find any volcanic activity or ash cloud around you, make sure that you do not go through that route. For that, if you have to delay the flight, delay it. If you have to cancel the flight, cancel it. And other advisory norms were also issued in regards to the airport, as well as monitoring the situation through satellite imagery and meteorological data. Along with this, Anjali, what we also saw was that Air India in fact cancelled 7 of its international flights and almost 5 to 6 of its domestic flights because these crafts had crossed through the impacted region of either Ethiopia or Oman region, where the impact was believed to be. And hence, we can understand what kind of concern it was triggering for the aviation industry. Now that it is pretty clear, as per projections, that the ash cloud would be moving towards China, certainly this brings a sense of relief for not only for people within India, but also for the aviation industry. Back to you.
Right. Amit, do tell us that how much impact did we see on the airline industry, and also did it impact the environment as such, because we had seen the pollution levels in Delhi were bothering people, but did it impact that as well?
Anjali, coming to the first part, first and foremost, the impact on the aviation industry was such that Indigo and Air India, both major stakeholders as far as India's international aviation ecosystem is concerned, both of them were monitoring the situation along the Western India line. They were also asked to be really cautious about the Oman region, Ethiopia as well. So that has already impacted Air India's 7 international flights being cancelled, 5 or 6 of them today being domestic flights which were cancelled today. And why that was done? In order to carry out the precautionary check, because these craft had crossed the affected areas, so they didn't want to take any kind of risk, and thorough checkup of the crafts were being held. So the advisory was also issued that the operators should be in touch with the manufacturers of the craft in order to understand if at all any problem happens because of the ash cloud or the volcanic activity, and the craft ends up crossing such affected area. So the preparations were already done, and advisories were issued. Anjali.
Right. Thank you, Amit, for all those details.